Hello. What's up? Sorry, I was trying to get a new camera set up and it was taking me forever. Let's get that tweaked in a little bit, gang. Let's get that tweaked in. Hello? Everybody. I'm so much trying to get a better... Oh, that works, I guess, kind of. Hello? Hey, everybody. Hey, San Diego, what's up? Hey, Zeus, no gods, no managers. You can see and hear me, good. I'm sorry it was delayed. I wanted to do it right at 9, but I'm trying to figure out what I do the streams on is just this, like, it's basically an Elenco 550. It's an HD webcam. But it's got this weird, you see this extra frame. So I was trying to get I have a really nice, when I do the show regular style, I have a nice 4K camera. And I'm trying to figure out how to make the 4K camera to use for this live stream. And I just haven't tweaked enough of it yet. But I figured, what's up? Hey, Mares, how you guys doing? Cat B. Hey, Graham Cracker, what's up? Shannon, you ready to go to bed? Finally able to Patreon again. Hey, Maris, thank you so much. I so much appreciate you guys when you are able to do that. Sean, thank you. Oh, man. So I got this new lighting, which I think is a lot better. Makes my hair nice and fancy. Good evening. 20 people watching, 6. It is so soft. It's a nice soft light. It's all, I'm telling you, it's all, Kim Iverson turned me on to this newer ring light. And then I put basically a soft box. It's just like this fabric over it that softens the light. So it makes my face all soft and sweet and nice. Nature Boy, been crushing it live with Jimmy. Thanks, man. Yeah, like and share, guys. Get the likes up. Yeah, Jimmy just dropped some clips from the live show in Austin, which was so cool. It was so great at the Stateside Theater, another sold out show, and it's such a cool thing to be a part of. And we showed, Jimmy and I retweeted it. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, the live shows of Jimmy have just been awesome. It's really cool to do. And, he showed how the whole Syria bombing was fake. We talked about that. And, the last 2 shows I've done with him in Tempe and in Austin, he ends the show like chanting all wars are bullshit. And it means a lot to me, because I was sitting there, we were talking about how they're ramping up. I've done videos on it. Shannon. Shannon O'Toole, shave the knuckles for justice, Shannon. Boom. Your Rosa Parks incrementalism killed me. Thank you, Shannon. That bit is in my act now. Because it just shows how I'm going to record this and maybe cut it into some clips. What do you think of that? And welcome everybody to the Political Vigilante live super chat. Shannon O'Toole just donated my Rosa Parks incrementalism bit. I'm glad it killed you because I just thought of that. And it's so cool because either when I'm just doing Vigilante or when I'm on Jimmy's panel, sometimes stuff just pops into my head and I go, ooh, I can put that into the regular act. So I'm glad you like it. Your tour is the progressive comedy tour and you won't come to Iowa? Oh, we're trying. We can't come everywhere. Yeah, I know. There's a funny bone and Snork Y2K lives near you. North American Ape, love the content, can't really stay. It's midnight in New York City. Well, come to New York City. We're doing Progressive Comedy Tour June 12th through the 19th. June 17th, we will be in New York City. And that show will be done before midnight. I promise you. It's an 8 o'clock show. We'll be done by 10 o'clock. But yeah, it's been fantastic. But getting back to the, when Jimmy was talking about the, already got your tickets, right on. Hit the like button, guys. There's 31, 32 of you watching. We have 11 likes. Like it up. I really want to talk about the fact that we're ramping up into war with Iran, because it really hit me emotionally at the Austin show. And because I've been to Afghanistan 3 times, 04, 06, and 07. And I was in Iraq, 07, 08, and 2011. And those 3 Iraq trips, we also went to Kuwait. And then I did a standalone Kuwait tour in 2012 after we had pulled out of Iraq. Good day, Sean. What's up? I was like, I just don't want any more wars. I can't even deal with it. I really was like, you know, if you watch the movie Afghanistan, which is on, it's on Amazon, and you can also download it for, I think, $4 or $5 if you go to grahamelwood.com. And I appreciate you buying that because you support what I'm doing. I've met wounded soldiers. I've seen war, what it does. I'll never know what being in actual combat is like. Only a combat vet would know what that's like. You know, combat vets like Tulsi Gabbard that are running for president. I've met so many. I met a guy that had a hook in Ohio. You guys are talking about Ohio. At the Columbus Funny Bone in like 2009 or 2010. There's a guy in the audience who had a hook. There was a family, a husband and wife who had to leave because their son died in Iraq. And I was just talking about going overseas. And the husband left a message saying, we really appreciate it. You're doing a great show. You didn't offend us at all. It's just hard to hear about that. And my wife we had to go. And I had a woman come up to me at the Hollywood Improv and say she lost her brother in Iraq. I had a guy come up to me in Fort Worth, Texas, and show me his 2 prosthetic legs. Literally pulled up his pant leg and went ding, 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 and tapped because he had to walk with a cane. I've shaken wounded soldiers' hands in Iraq and Afghanistan. I've been to the Naval Hospital in San Diego a couple of Thanksgivings, 2011, 2012. 2011, there was like guys that had literally just been like medevaced out of Afghanistan like 2 weeks prior. One guy had shrapnel and years of finally got his leg amputated and wanted it because it was too painful. I've met so many vets. And some of you are vets. Some of you have come up to me after shows in Texas, and several vets came up to me at shows in Texas. And I just can't do any more war. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see America do any more war. I'm just done. And there's no reason to invade Iran at all. And we're doing what we normally do. We send a carrier group into the Persian Gulf and pretend like we have no other choice. No, we're pushing them. A false flag's coming. So, yeah. Today was a heavy day for me emotionally, not really because of the war zone stuff, but more because of childhood stuff. Balthazar228, shave the knuckles for justice. I guess Ron and Jimmy are incrementally approaching the consideration of initializing the consideration of beginning to check out Streamlabs. Shannon O'Toole, no doubt. Yes, I am 100% disabled American veteran. Wow, Shannon, thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for supporting my show. I appreciate that. The first DVD I made was Graham Elwood Live from Afghanistan, which is me it was a concert DVD of me performing overseas in Afghanistan. And I gave a portion, like 20%, or I think, of the sales, 10 or 20% of the sales of that to the disabled American vets. So I was writing checks to them every 3 or 4 months. So, man, shows Shannon some love. Thank you, Shannon, for bringing that up and letting us know. It's another reason I don't want to see any American men or women coming home with disabilities or PTSD or the 22 vets a day that commit suicide. I had a vet email me and say, actually, Graham, some states don't report the suicide, so it's probably more than 22 vets a day. Man. Yeah, if you hear that they bombed some Saudi ship, don't believe it. Absolutely. Cat B, Yemen, Gaza, Libya, Venezuela, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. We can't afford the illusion that the U.S. is a moral nation committed to human rights. It's so true. Bluebell 51, I'm beginning to feel so helpless. I know the feeling, Bluebell. Incremental idiocracy, as the mother of a soldier, I'm terrified. I split my time between hyperventilating and wanting to punch John Bolton in the face. It's easy to hear the war drums when it's not your child. Yeah, I know. Everyone, of course. So Shannon O'Toole, and remind people this weekend, for those that have passed, many vets get uncomfortable with when you thank them for serving. Yeah, that's what we should use this Memorial Day for, you guys. This Memorial Day weekend, it's nice to go out and do fun things. Hey, I'm going to go surfing, whatever. But remember, it's for the vets that have died, and make part of your social media posts, I don't want more vets dying in Iran. No war in Iran. Hashtag no war in Iran. No war in Syria. No war in Venezuela. Put that in all your social media posts this weekend. That's what everybody should do. Everybody on this stream, there's 52 of you watching. Make that. And I'll release a video on Monday that's about, I don't want war in all these places. You know? So that's what we should be making this Memorial Day for. Honor those that gave their lives, and let's not have any more going for these ridiculous regime change wars that only benefit people like John Bolton and Dick Cheney and the Clinton Foundation and all these other absurd jackasses. You know? The backer of a massive coal proposal in the Galilee Basin adjacent to Aidan Carmichael's mine site has quietly abandoned its plans. Oh, wow, that's in Australia. I don't know about that. Amid growing doubts about long-term profitability of Australian thermal coal exports. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, Mares, thank you for supporting the show. D or R quote, when there are elections, people tend to vote for peace. They don't vote for war. Bonus, who? I'm going to say Democrat, JFK. I could be completely wrong. So Thank you, Amers, for sending that. I know you want to play the game show, and I'm trying to think of a format for the super chats to do the game show. So I would have like a couple of you competing for each other. Like we pre-select some people or something like that. And you play against each other, and then first person to pipe in with a correct answer, and then the most points gets a prize bag or something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Balthazar 228, thank you for supporting the show, brother. Even the drone pilots in Florida still get PTSD. In the words of Edwin Starr, war, good God, what is good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, man. If drone pilots are getting PTSD, imagine what you're actually getting if you're on the ground and you're seeing war up close. You got it, Shannon. And Brozenka, Graham, please directly people to use nonviolent actions to help calm fear. I've handmade 150s to hang up. Yeah, I've done. Yeah, I always advocate for nonviolent, peaceful resistance. That's what I advocate for. And as Bluebell 51, the best way to honor the vets is to not make more of them. Absolutely. No wars. Thanks, CBC voter. Great org, Veterans for Peace. Check them out, and was awakened by police for trying to bring food to the Venezuelan embassy. Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. It was a Veterans for Peace. Yeah, I've interviewed a Veterans for Peace guy on this show before. We had one talk at the show Ron and I did last year in Asheville, North Carolina. So that was back to Amer's question. It was a Republican. Never guess who. Don't vote for war. I'm going to say like something crazy like Nixon. Is that right? Mitt Romney said that? Wow. Yeah, Romney was fascinating. That's fascinating. I'm trying to prepare multiple hundreds of posters and a bunch of flyers for Julie and Chelsea. Memorial Day should be about victims of war crimes, not the ones who caused them. That's a good point. They do that on the cognitive dissonance live streams. First person to type the word correctly on any of the formats wins. Usually it's Twitch. Smoking some JFK Kush, haha. There's a good point here. The Vietnam War ended mainly because U.S. soldiers refusing to fight. Hey, what's up from Scotland? Right on. Hey, Kinky, good to see you. The edit, yeah. Chris Hedges says we only have nonviolent protesting left. It's all the 99% has. Yeah, that's for sure. A Dem would never say that. 62 people watching, 33 likes. Hit the like button, you guys. Oh, man. I'm drinking this. I don't know if you've ever seen this brand. This is not a paid endorsement. I just like it. Zevia, 0-calorie soda. It's got no sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's caffeine free. They sweeten it with stevia extract. It's a really good natural ginger ale. I like it. I forgot to wear this. Hey, Tony, what's up? You watched Lee Camp? Right before you saw me, thanks. And Bluebell 51 makes your own ginger ale. Outstanding. Sam Dean, good day, mate. Shave the knuckles down under. We live in an age of such technology that decisions determine our actual fate. If the wrong ones are made, we are living in the last, say, 80 years of humanity before we are facing true extinction. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Like, and I'm watching what Extinction Rebellion is doing. I follow them. I follow Extinction Rebellion Chicago, and they're doing events. And I think Friday there's a youth global strike or something like that, which I think is fantastic. And it's like, I don't think people understand the true scope of what we're facing and how everybody needs to seriously get involved. And it's going to take, as has been pointed out by Chris Hedges, the 99% needs to just say stop. You know, if millions of people just go, nope, people just lay down their gun. I'm not going to war. I'm not going to war. You can't arrest all of us. You can't arrest all of us. We'll just shut everything down. We just need to shut everything down. That's what needs to happen. So I'm glad you brought that up, Sam. And thank you so much for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. Susie Simons. I was watching Cub highlights. They won today. I love my Cubbies. Have you read The New Jim Crow? I'm working on it myself. The connection between capitalism and oppression is interesting. Zevia is pretty awesome. I have not read that book. Susie, thank you for supporting the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Oh, yeah, the more I read, I have not read this specific book, but the more I read in general and go into the history of capitalism, it is so oppressive. And it is a form of, we're all like in a form of slavery in one way. And we got to work. We got to, you know, I'm like, oh man, I didn't put videos up today because I just was like spending most of the day dealing with, ugh. Let me just say, those of you who have watched my Me Too video, I don't talk about it a lot publicly because I talk about my friends and therapists and stuff like that. But man, there's days that are really hard. There are just days that are really hard, and it just will come out of nowhere. And in the long run, it's a good thing to cry and get it out. They say in the book Victims No Longer, men need to cry between 800 and 1,200 hours of crying to heal childhood trauma. Oh boy, let's just say I'm close. So I was going through all that today. I was going to record all these videos, and I was going to have this, you know, I usually record anywhere from 4 to 6 videos a day. And then I drop 2 a day. So that would have been my videos for today and tomorrow and blah, blah, blah. And I just couldn't do it. So I went, talked to a friend for a long time, talked to a couple of friends. I went down to the beach and watched the sunset, and then came back and decided to do this because I love doing this kind of direct contact. But my point is, part of the, like, you know, is like, oh man, I gotta make video. Because, you know, I obviously love doing this, but also it pays me, and it's starting to pay me more and more, which is great. And that's all because of you folks. And I appreciate that. But you know, anytime money is stressed out, I think about how much stress have I had in my life because of money over the years, and going through bankruptcy and foreclosure, which was just brutal. And then losing work because of my Twitter feed or doing videos. I know I've lost work because of doing this, because my political views don't line up with neoliberal Hollywood. So it's a great point you bring up, Susie, about the connection between capitalism and it is a form of oppression. And yes, Zevia is great. Thanks for supporting the show. You're fantastic. Here's a good point. We wash your cars, we teach your children, we cook your food, we clean your homes. Do not piss us off. We are the 99%. Yeah, we just got to collect. We got to get everyone together because they're very good at dividing us. Jana Kelton, going to climate strike on Friday. Any good ideas for signs? I would make something like, we don't have time for democratic centrism's middle ground. Like, make a direct jab at Joe Biden or something to that effect. Like, climate change deniers and climate change centrists are equally as dangerous. Something, you know what I mean? That might be a little clunky on a side, but I would go along those lines. Because people are like, Joe Biden, he can beat Trump. Yeah, Joe Biden should run as a Republican. He's a Republican. If he ran against Trump in the Republican primary, he would have a very good chance of winning. He's a Republican, tough on crime, creepy sex weirdo, you know, sniffing your hair. They love that shit over there. Yeah, because Bernie will get screwed again because Tom Perez is in charge of the DNC. Yeah, Greta Thunberg leads the global climate strike. Why be poor in the last 10 years? Brian McManus, shave the knuckles for justice. I think, Jana, this is your sign. What's the middle ground between extinction and survival? Or this, there's no middle ground between extinction and survival. That's the sign. Yeah. And then like 100% clean energy now. We're out of time. That's great. That's great, Brian McManus. Thanks for supporting the show. You stopped paying your student loans and Patreon Graham for that very reason? Well, wow. Well, thanks. Thanks, A-Bears. I appreciate it. Stop the war on terror. That's for sure. I saw you, Jimmy, and Steph walking by my job in Austin the other day. I wanted to run out and say hi so bad. I'll catch you guys next time. Oh, awesome, man. Thank you, guys. Austin was so great, the show. And then we did stand up at the Velveeta Room. And it was great performing with Mike McRae. He's so funny. And I love Steph and Jimmy. It was so great. We had such a great time. Yeah. DNC still takes oil money. Oh, here we go. Oh, bringing out the block, the big B early, huh? 81 people watching, 52 likes. Hit the like button. Only in America do we accept weather predictions from a rodent but deny climate change evidence from scientists. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Middle ground will just delay our extinction. Yeah. You want a Mad Max world? This is how you get a Mad Max world. What's up, Real Jingy? Good to see you. Find the middle ground. Find the middle ground once we all go extinct. Yeah, absolutely. What's your dream cabinet? So far, mine is Sanders, Gabbard 2020, and Kucinich for Secretary of State. Ooh. I like that. Then I would put Ojeda as Secretary of Defense, Stephanie Kelton as Treasury Secretary. I'd put Jill Stein in charge of the EPA. I'd put I'd put Nina Turner in there somewhere. I put maybe Nina Turner as Secretary of Education or something. I don't know if she has education background. I'm not sure, but Nina Turner, you got to put her in there somewhere. Mike Gravel, I'd get Mike in there. I'm trying to think who would be really good Secretary of Education. Someone that doesn't have 10 yachts, for starters, so not a rich asshole like Betsy DeVos. Start there. Can't have a yacht. Can't even have one. I know, I'm being a purity tester. Osama number 5. Shave your knuckles for justice. I'm pushing other species to extinction. Humanity is busy sawing off the limb on which it is perched. Paul Ehrlich. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Thanks for supporting the show. That's really awesome. I appreciate it. I just wanted to do a bonus thing, and you guys are fantastic. Look at my ears. You want a Mad Max world? Because this is how you get a Mad Max world. Thank you, Osama number 5. A little bit of wars in my life. A little bit of foreclosure makes me light. A little bit of fracking oil, it made hay. And some pipelines are so fine, right? Mambo number 5. Is that the joke you're making? Anyway, that's probably the most singing I'm going to be able to do on this particular live stream. I don't have this energy at this juncture. But yeah, that's my dream cabinet, I think. Nice with the Jada, yeah. Jimmy Dore is the press secretary. Can you imagine him with the press pool? Yeah, you're a bunch of corporate assholes. I'm a jag-off comedian. I'd absolutely make him press secretary. I'd be secretary of surfing. What's up? No Mickey Cots could be seen in there. How about a dinghy? That's funny. Bob Swanik, what's up? Love your rant about Joe Biden during Jimmy's show in Tempe. His name triggers me. Yeah, I blew up on that. I can't listen to Biden and Kamala Harris, who were there and allowed Obama to let the bank steal my home. I can't listen to any of their bullshit. I can't listen to any of their bullshit. Brent McKinney, boom. Shade the knuckles for justice, Brent. Love the show, Graham. My pleasure. I love doing it for you folks. You're fantastic. And look, we got 94 people. Well, now it's 92. I don't know why those two assholes left. But we're at 92 people, 61 likes. Hit the like button. Share these out there. Go to grahamelwood.com. If you're going to be in the East Coast, come to one of our live shows. See Ron and I live. It's really cool. See, we each do 45 minutes stand-up. Lee Camp, I think, is coming to our show in DC. Tim Black might come to either the DC or Baltimore show. It's really going to be awesome. Jordan Cheriton, I think, is coming to our show in New York City. Jeff Epstein from Citizens Media TV will be at the shows in Philly. If you want to get some one-on-one, face-to-face MMT knowledge, go to talk to Jeff. They're going to be awesome, and it's a fun night. And anyone out there who, like some of you, feel hopeless, and I have those moments and days, the shows, you just laugh your ass off and you're not alone. You show up alone. Maybe, I don't know anybody, and then there's a room full of progressives. And I've seen it happen at the progressive shows and at the Jimmy Dore shows. Somebody shows up alone, and they start talking to the people sitting around them, and they start exchanging information. And, I'm in this organization. You should come. We'll be having this march or whatever, volunteer for this thing. And everybody gets involved, and you're not alone. You're not alone. That's why we're doing this live stream, and there's 90 people watching. On a Wednesday night at 9:45, I just did it this isn't scheduled. I just did it and said I'm going to go live in 20 minutes. Ended up being 30 because I was late because I was having tech problems. Way to go, Graham. But thanks, Brett. Susie Simons, what's up? Thank you, Susie, supporting the show. Get Kyle Kalinske on your show. Yeah, I got to reach out to him. And it also helps too, you guys. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If there's somebody like Kyle or anybody that you watch on a regular basis, go on Twitter or social media and say, hey, have Graham on your show. Because me being on his show would really help my numbers because he's got a massive following. So those types of things, direct messaging and saying, have Graham Elwood on your show. He'd be a great guest. That really helps too. Thank you, Susie. You're fantastic. I'll see you in Chicago. Sam Dean, shaving the knuckles down. We'll see. It's 17-hour difference, so it's about 2-3 in the afternoon on Thursday, right, Sam? Right on. Let's brainstorm a few jobs for Team Trump after all is over. I wonder what they'll do. If movies have taught me anything, it's that whatever I'm imagining somehow is visible to everybody else. Oh, I would like to see John Bolton will be going to Mark Twain cosplays. Betsy DeVos will be a substitute teacher in really underfunded public schools with like high crime rates and dropout rates, and she has to do that. And poor families are all living on her yachts. Trump is in prison. Jared Kushner's in prison. Ivanka is drafted and she has to go serve in the military. She has to work. Mike Pompeo is in jail, but like a Mexican prison, like a really brutal one that the drug cartels run. Mike Pence comes out of the closet and is open about his gay lover and renounces his right-wing evangelical nonsense and starts working for LGBTQ rights. I'm trying to think what some of the other ones. So I hope that helps. Yeah, as Rhombus Isotope says, Mike Pence gets the straight electric. Yeah, they shock the straight evangelical out of him and it turns him into a gay hippie. So that'd be fun. Costello West, shave the knuckles for justice. Pelosi has to share a cell with Trump. Well, that's how bipartisan, that's how they're going to work together. They're going to share a jail cell, that'll really unite the parties. Sean Comitz, shave the knuckles for justice. Just got home from teaching progressive for some drawing techniques. Got gut shave them, Graham. Sean Comitz, check out his artwork. So you teach art? That's really cool, Sean. He's got very good and very funny political artwork. I love it. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for supporting the show. And thank you for teaching the youth how to be radicals through art. Michael Cooper, shave knuckles for justice. Shout out to Jordan Sheridan at Status Quo. He just did a great status coup. Sorry, not status quo. Status coup, and I retweeted it. They just released a really cool article on Status Coup about some people in the DNC not revealing where they're getting their money from. So if you go to my Twitter feed at Graham Elwood, you can. It was from earlier today, but if you scroll down and find it, or just go to Status Coup at Status Coup and see the article that Jordan wrote. He's doing great work, man. I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago. It's on the channel. If you haven't seen it, he's one of the only people. Status Coup, him and his partner, I think her name's Jennifer, they're the only ones like covering Flint. They're the only ones. They are the only ones covering Flint. So show him some love, man. If there's any other ones I've missed, I'm gonna make sure I don't miss anything. Love to come to Detroit. 2:45 p.m. Thursday, Melbourne, Australia. Oh, I love Melbourne. Why has Jimmy Dore quit YouTube? He only does live shows now after quitting TYT. Bad move. He didn't quit YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. He just released a bunch of clips. He's still releasing clips on his YouTube channel. That's not accurate. I don't know where you're getting that information. That video of the students booing Betsy DeVos a couple days ago, that was fantastic. Yeah, Chicago, Thalia Hall. And then the next night, the 14th, at the Zanies downtown, we're doing a stand-up show, which is kind of what we did in Austin. I think they want to do more of those. We do a big theater, Jimmy Dore live with the clips and everything. And then the next night, we just do stand-up and have fun. So you're going to see in Thalia Hall, right on. Snort Y2K will be there. Pence is out of the closet. Kellyanne Conway will be a Mary Kay salesman. Oh, that'll be great. Oh. Snork Y2K. Trump should come to and shovel shit. The farmers will hate him. That's fantastic. Alex, I love your behind the scene coverage. Yeah, you guys, I'm so glad you love that. I try to do as much of that as possible. I put some of the videos out on the free YouTube page, and then I also release some on, if you're a Patreon, at the $10 level. So I really want to show you guys like what it's like backstage, and each theater is different and everything. So I'm so glad you guys dig that. I've tried to get some interviews with fans in line. I had a couple interviews in Tempe with this one guy who lost his home, and another woman, Brianna, who ran. She's a progressive. And I'm like a jackass. I didn't know this. So usually I just hold up my cell phone, right? And we just do interviews like that. And I had because it was at the merch table, so I'm selling merch. So I had the credit card scanner plugged into the bottom of the phone. And I didn't realize that then the phone recognizes that as a microphone. So then there's no sound. So it's me doing an interview, and it's just like, my fault to those people I interviewed in Tempe. I'm so sorry. So in Austin, I took it out, interviewed some people who were at the shows. So I'm glad you guys like those, because I want to show you as much of like the fans and what it's like and all that stuff. So I'm glad you dig it. Band super delegates for sure. Sam Dean, shave the knuckle for justice. Ow, 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 oh. I don't know what that was all about. What's something funny you'd like to see Trump do? T-Rump, maybe doing an obstacle course on one of those shows with all the crazy stuff and water to fall over and over again. Indulge your evil mind, mate. You know what I'd like to see him do? Caddy for somebody. After he loses, like they sell Mar-a-Lago and have him watch him have to caddy. I'd like to watch him have to work for a living just one day in his spoiled, pampered life. Just one day where Trump has to actually work for a goddamn living. One day. 97 watchers, 79 likes. I'd love to watch him do migrant work. I'd love to watch him work in the fields with a lot of the migrant workers from Central America. I'd love to watch him mow lawns and clean houses like so many Latinos do here in Southern California. I'd like to see him do that work. I'd like to see him pick grapes in the hot sun. I'd like to see Trump do that. I'd like to see him work. That's what I'd like to see him do. Pick up a shovel and work. I'd like to see him in prison. Make him answer phones at a debt collection center. Yeah, have him fight for wildfires at $1 a day. These are great suggestions, everybody. Here we go. Yeah, put Trump in one of those crazy Japanese game shows. Yeah, Kamala for prison, Biden for prison. That's great. Somebody type something in Russian. Fine. Yeah, have them rake the forests. Yeah, put Elliot Abrams in Guantanamo. Yeah, John Bolton in Guantanamo. Just have him stand next to a windmill. Cancer. Yeah. I'd like to have him work in like the oil fields, like at an oil rig, something like that. Yeah. Force him to enroll callers in the ACA. Air Mares for the win. Oh, put him in Antarctica. That's right. That'd be fantastic. These are all fantastic ideas. Yeah. Have them have to walk 1,000 miles from like Guatemala or something up through the border wall. Have them have to do that. I'd like to see them do that. I'd be happy with him just to retire along with Hillary, Biden, and all those other folks on some lonely island all on their own. Yeah. Graham, would you vote for Biden in the general or for a Green Party candidate? I will not vote for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris on any level, shape, or form. I will not vote for any centrist Democrat. I won't do it. If they fuck Bernie or Tulsi and they're giving us Biden or Kamala Harris, I don't even know if I'm going to vote for Liz Warren, quite honestly. It'll depend on who her VP pick is. But if it's like Liz Warren and Cory Booker, nope, I'll vote Green Party. I'll beg Tulsi to run as an independent. I know Bernie won't because he already said he won't. But I will not vote for Joe Biden. I will not vote for Joe Biden. And if Trump gets a second term, it will be the Democrats' fault. Not my fault. Yeah. Jimmy and I are watching you. Great job. Thank you. Brent McKinney, shave the knuckles for justice. Trump for porta potty duty after Coachella. Oh, God. Make signs for a Black Lives Matter march. I'd like to see him do that. That's what he has to do. That's brilliant, Brent. Fucking hilarious. What's this? Hold on. I voted in a school board election for the first time, a sort of justice for my fucked up K through 12. Good for you. 110 people watching, 84 likes. Man, right on. This is fun. This is a great topic, Sam. I will only vote for Tulsi or Bernie, period. Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't think I would ever vote for Liz. If she like made Tulsi her VP, maybe. or Bernie or VP, but I don't think she's not going to do that. For the most part, no, I'm not voting for Liz Warren. I really don't like her. I don't know, Robert James. The Natural Progressive sent you. Right on. Jana Kelton, hashtag political vigilante after dark. Oh, yeah. Let's take off our vests and get crazy. It's getting warm in here. Just got my brother into West Point, and I will never vote for Joe. I hear that, Sean comments. Batman voice, nice. Savage, you got to pass out for this crap job tomorrow. I love you all. All right, Amaris, thank you for joining us. 111 viewers, 94. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this is great. I might wrap this up in another 10 minutes or so. You know, it's a little after 10. I got to get up and do yoga in the morning. Come on, you guys. Got to do yoga in the morning. Got to record videos. Then I got to drive to Burbank because it's a Ron Placone and friends at the Flappers Comedy Club, which, thank God, Dave Reinitz is a big lefty socialist who runs that club. Him and his wife, Barbara. They do a great job. So we get to do shows up there. I think Yang is well-intentioned, but I don't trust him as a president. Yeah, Yang, some of his ideas sound a little too corporate to me. They sound a little too, he's a finance guy. I'm not really big on Yang, I gotta be honest with you. He just sounds like a rich guy that has, this is like rich guy venture capitalist plans that just still benefit the wealthy 1%. No, I don't. Bluebell 51, I'm so sorry you lost your brother in Vietnam. It's another reason we don't want any more war, man. I don't want anyone to lose another brother or sister over there. Surprised to see Graham on. My Chevy Volt has on leaf mode. I put it in the land Pedelec. Looks nice. All right. Do you feel impeachment would be a strategic misstep or boon prior to the election? Better's insurance afterwards. If they try to impeach Trump and it doesn't work, it's going to help his campaign. It's going to help his campaign. So, Marlon Shatner singing the Rawhide theme, maybe, Sam Dean? Marlon Shatner? You mean William? Is Marlon his brother? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If the thing I've said about impeaching Trump, as much as I'd like to see that, haha, you got impeached. Then here comes creepy ass Mike Pence, and half of the fake resistors will all fall asleep. Yay, we won. We got Trump in jail. He's impeached. We did it. And then Pence will come along. His tweets, he's more presidential. While he does his wingnut evangelical, wanting to take over Israel so that Christ can come back, or whatever his ding dong thing is. Yeah. Sounds like Marlon Brando and William Shatner, so I always call that voice his Marlon Shanter impression naturally. Well, I sound like, oh, I see. Do I feel that Russiagate has already been mishandled enough to hamstring impeachment efforts? Yeah, I think. I mean, Bernie said it in the Fox News town hall. If everyone is just Russia, Trump, Russia, Mueller, you're going to hand Trump the election. I mean, Has Trump committed crimes? Of course, yeah. I mean, if they can really impeach him, fine. But I really think and I don't like Trump at all, obviously. But if they just play Russia, Russia, Trump, Trump, and then jam Biden down our throats, then Trump or Pence are going to win. And even if Biden wins, Biden beats Mike Pence, oh, great. We're still not saving the environment. We're all going to die. So it won't matter, you know? I think the popular vote will be the law of the land soon. That's a really great question. We need so much. We need so much election reform. I would love to see that, but I don't know. I don't know. It's going to take. It literally takes an act of Congress to get rid of the Electoral College. I'd love to see it. I just don't know how that could happen. To get someone out of office, the Senate needs to impeach, not just the House. The Senate decides on that. Yeah, which is why it's probably. Impeachment is the filing of a resolution to investigate the president by the House. The Senate then acts as judge and as jury. Oh, okay. Once Republicans lose Texas, this country will be blue forever. Yeah, and Bernie's the guy that could do that. Bernie's the guy running on populist progressive platforms. That's the key to winning. He gets in office, he puts a whole progressive cabinet. All these progressive candidates will get elected in 2020. Even more progressive candidates will get elected in 2022. We can get a Green New Deal going and be off of fossil fuels by 2030 and have a chance to save the human race. Hey guys, Susie Simons needs more Twitter followers at Susie Simons 89. So follow me too at Graham Elwood. 122, 124, 97 likes. Smash the like button. Bernie and AOC have both deferred to their party position on Venezuela. Why do you think that is? Yeah, well, I don't know. That's a great question. Oh, that's my fear with AOC, and we've already seen Bernie do it. Is just acquiescing to the party and the war machine, and Tulsi is the only one running hard left on that, which is why I really like her. So, yeah, as Jesus Zamora says, the swamp got him. I don't know. It's disappointing. I wish I had a concrete answer for why they're doing that, but it is disappointing. They should be like, no more wars, no Iran, no Venezuela, none of this nonsense. Fuck John Bolton. Anything. I would never want to agree with John Bolton on anything. If he was like, I really love surfing, I'd break his legs so he couldn't anymore, so he wasn't doing a thing that I liked, motherfucker. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear space weapon platforms shall not be infringed upon. Yeah, Rachel Maddow took John Bolton's side. Marlon Shatner, 2020. Thank you, Sam Dean. Hello, Graham from Sydney, Australia. Last weekend, we just voted for another Liberal government, the Australian Republicans. Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard about that, Michael. Mizzou. Yeah, just like in the U.S., our Labor Party is a joke. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Space pirates. What's up, Philip Blair? Yeah, Bolton is a swamp creature. King Tundra, boom! Shave the knuckles for justice. I can't think this feeling that Bernie will be corrupted. Don't know. I feel Tulsi is stronger. Tulsi 2020, by the way, loved you in Austin, Graham. Oh, man. First of all, thanks for coming to the show in Austin. Ron and I were there a month ago. We had a great time, and the two shows I just did this past weekend were great. And I've been to Austin a bunch. I loved when Ron and I went through Texas. I loved it. And many of you that saw Ron and I in other cities like Fort Worth or San Antonio came to the Austin shows with Jimmy, which was really cool. And yeah, I can't say enough how cool it was. And the idea that you think Tulsi is stronger, I get that. I get that because, you know, in my interview with Elizabeth Lee Voss about Bernie and AOC, one of the things Elizabeth Lee Voss brought up was in the Podesta emails, they said they had leverage on Bernie. And she was like, that's why I have a concern that he's just going to bail and sell us out. And I know some people who are like, that's why I'm going with Tulsi. So I don't think that's a bad idea. My thinking right now, and things could change in a year, that's why we have a primary, is to have these kind of discussions and watch them actually debate on TV, is Bernie is the front runner. They're trying to tell us that Biden is, but he's not. Bernie is the front runner. And Bernie has the best chance of beating Donald Trump. And once he gets in there, that's why I believe in him. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just we're all gonna get burned again, and maybe we should all just be doubling down on Tulsi. Even with the Modi connection, I'm almost like willing to let that go. Because I've seen some of you sent me videos saying actually the Modi and the BJP isn't as bad as we thought, and this, that, even if it is, I don't know. It's hard to say, man. There's no perfect candidate. But we need someone that's going to push us serious, a real Green New Deal, like the Green Party's Green New Deal, not the Pelosi Feinstein version, but a real Green New Deal. And that's going to be somebody like Bernie or Tulsi. They're the only ones that did it. So I don't know. It's tough to say. But I see what you're saying, King Thunder, and I appreciate the support. Balthazar 228, shave the knuckles for justice. Maybe the Justice Democrats are becoming the Just Us Democrats. Making a third party requires way fewer members to take away a majority from the two major parties than taking over the lesser evil. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. What could happen? Bernie gets screwed. He backs Biden like he said he's going to do. Tulsi does what she did last time, leaves the Democratic Party, but she runs as an independent. And then all of us progressives back Tulsi. And she'll get some Trump supporters. Imagine if she won as an independent. I know it's a little crazy, but there's a lot of libertarian and her combat vet status and all that. Isn't that an interesting scenario to think about? Bernie backs Biden, so all of the Bernie people, we all say, fuck you, you fucked us twice, we're done. Everybody gets behind Tulsi, and then Tulsi picks off some red states because she's a combat vet and Trump's a pussy. And she'd whoop his ass in a debate. And what if she gets enough support that it's her and Biden and Trump on stage? Then a lot of the Hillary people come on board, maybe because they want a female president. I mean, I would want it if it's Tulsi. I'd love to see a female president, provided it's Tulsi Gabbard. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. It's a crazy scenario, but I'm just throwing it out there. Sam Dean, thank you, brother. Shave the knuckles for justice. All fun aside, you do a great thing for people. It's tough to juggle it all, but it brings us together. Shaving the knuckles for you, you big dope. Right on. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that, man. 131 people watching. It means a lot to me. And I love doing the show. And, you know, like I said, today was a tough day in certain ways. Yeah. So anyway, just reading your comments. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. So salam, what's up? Salam alaikum. Yeah, thank you, Kinky. Queen Mother smile. Be whack 13. Whack. Thanks for supporting the show. Always enjoy your manner, humor, and discussions. Thank you. That's what I try to do. Tulsi is very smart and refined, controlled way. I think she can conquer anything. I agree with that. Hey, from me and Chelsea. What's up, Dan? Good to see you guys. Good to hear from you. Weirdness. Hello from Virginia. What's up? You guys rock. Right on, man. Smoothie time. Right on. I guess we'll do the theme from Rawhide per Sam Dean's request. So I'll get this going, and then I'm going to take off because it's getting late here. And those of you in the other time zones, I know it's really late for you. Thank you for staying up late with me. This was super fun. I'm going to get the thing in here. The theme from Rawhide. Oh no, I need karaoke. There we go. All right, you guys are great. Here it comes. Hold on. First, tell me if you can hear this. Nope. It's missing. I'm not kidding. I can't hear the sound on my end. Hold on. Why can I not hear this? This has got to be fun for everybody watching me fumble around with this. Wow. This is really dumb. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm always missing one thing here. Sorry. It's my fault. Completely my fault. I always get something not plugged in. All right, here we go. Rolling, rolling. Rawhide. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling, rawhide. Rain and wind and weather, hell bent for leather, wishing
My girl was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good loving and kissing, are waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, head 'em up, head 'em on, move 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, hide 'em in, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Keep 'em moving, 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 though they're disapproving. Keep them doggies moving, rawhide. Don't try to understand 'em, just rope, throw, and brand 'em. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's calculating. My true love will be waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, head 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Instrumental. Shatner High. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, head 'em up, rawhide. Cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, rawhide. Rolling, 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 rawhide. Rawhide.
What's up? We did it. Congratulations, Sam Dean. Oh, we got a question here from Randall McGrew. Randall, shave your knuckles for justice. Cut them out, write them in, cut them out, write them in. Rawhide. I've been severely disappointed in the Justice Dems and TYT plus others. You and Jimmy Dore are still it for me. Honestly, I cannot see how we can do much more than push the discussion to the left. Randall, you are 100% correct. That's what we have to do. It is disappointing to see some of these major outlets just fall into the neoliberal Russia thing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I appreciate you guys supporting me on a Wednesday night at 10:20 Pacific Coast. It's after 1 on the East Coast. It's somewhere in the future for Sam Dean and the Aussies. But we just got to keep going. I'm not acquiescing. I'm not moving off of the left. I'm digging in harder on the left. That's what I'm doing. I'm not backing down from this shit at all. And I'm not going to acquiesce to some centrist bullshit. I'm not going to do it. And because of support like people like yourself, I can keep doing this. So, yeah, I don't know what more to say than that. So, yeah, Mayor Pete. It's. I appreciate you guys supporting the show. So let me wind it down here, everybody. And thank everybody. It was really cool to just come up with this idea and do that. I'm going to try to do more of these little impromptu midweek streams because they're super fun. Creator Studio Classic. Here we go. This. It's hard to do it. I can't. Things. There we go. Rawhide. Don't try to understand them. Just rope and random. Soon we'll be leading high and dry. Live control room. Jedi Mullet 77. I've got Pump. I have not watched it yet, but I will. I know I keep saying that, but I have not seen it yet. But thank you for supporting the show. Balthazar 228. Mike Gravel is the only candidate who's ready to tell the Democrats where they can incrementally shove their bullshit Republican policy. He's great, and that's why getting him on the debate stage is a big deal. So I think everybody giving him a couple of dollars really helps that. Really helps that hard. Here we go. Let me thank everybody. First of all, Shannon O'Toole, thank you so much for supporting the show. Balthazar228. Shannon O'Toole again. Balthazar228 again. A. Mares, good to see you. Sam Dean, thank you so much. Susie Simons, follow her on Twitter at Susie Simons89. Brian McManus, boom. Osama number 5, boom. Brent McKinney, bam. Michael Cooper, boom. Sam Dean again, pow. Susie Simons, good to see you. Costello West, how are you? Sean Comets, love the artwork. Sam Dean again. Brent McKinney, right on. Sam Dean again, pow. King Tundra, good to see you. Balthazar228, right on. Sam Dean again. Black 13, right on. Randall McGrew, good to have you. Balthazar228 and Jedi Mullet. All of you are fantastic citizens of the greatest city on the planet Earth, known as Gotham. You are making it great again. You are shaving your knuckles for justice. And in all seriousness, you are not alone because you are a progressive and you are all political vigilantes working hard every day to make the world a better place. Don't give up hope. You are not alone. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all support. We'll see you on the road. I hope you can make it to a live show.